Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Whimsical Wednesday intuitive energy update. My name is Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome to the channel and take a moment while you're getting acquainted with the space to subscribe to the channel and then give a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Introduce yourself. I love to connect with with my community, my tribe, my soul family. If you've been with me for a while, thank you so much for still being along for the ride. It has been an interesting one over the last decade or so, and I'm so grateful for your presence in my life and here in this space. Do have a look and make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to do so. And I'm only saying this over and over because it's really important for all of us who enjoy content creators here on YouTube to show them our love and support with subscribe to their channel, as well as a thumbs up, as it greatly supports our ability as content creators to expand our reach. And so for your subscribes and your thumbs up and your comments, I am eternally grateful. So, let's just start with a couple sounds of the heart chakra singing bowl, because times are intense. It's actually funny. Every time I get on live, I see the hockey bag is there. Because he goes and he plays and then he comes back and drops it right there inside the door. Anyways, such is life. So taking a few deep breaths, let's just center ourselves and connect in with our heart space. Nice deep breath. Awesome. So how are y'all doing? It's been an interesting start to the month of October, and we are only 5 days into this new month. I'm going to switch the light on here. Shine some light on the situation. I'm also going to burn some Palo Santo, get that burning for us, just to really clear the energy as we connect today. It feels like there is a lot going on, and you may be feeling this in your personal experience. Personally, that's how I feel everything, because I don't really tune in to external events. Like, I don't watch the news or anything, so I have no clue what's going on. My body is the barometer, if you will, and it feels intense. And Mercury has now stationed and is moving direct again in a forward motion, and that took place October 2nd. And since that time, I do feel like there have been where communication may have been stagnant or at a standstill. Communication since the forward movement of Mercury may, in fact, be rather intense, and it could be explosive in some cases. So please do take a moment before you respond to things to see if you can get into your heart space and really respond from a place of compassion and loving kindness. all of us humans, regardless of our belief system, regardless of our socioeconomic status, regardless of where we reside on this planet, we are moving through a lot of intensity. And so, for that, I have the utmost compassion and respect for you. And I thank you for being here at this time, because it's certainly not easy being a divine human, and particularly one who is awake in a world that seems like it's quite sleepy, unfortunately. It feels as if the energy is going to continue to amplify and increase as we move towards our Aries full moon. And for those of you who have been here a while, you'll remember a couple weeks back in the Monday morning musings, I did uh, intuitively feel like this Aries full moon is a big one for all of us. I mean, with all full moons, they come once a year, and yet it feels like there's something very critically important about this particular Aries full moon. So please, as we're moving towards it, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough rest. You're eating whole natural food in as close to its natural state as possible. You're getting enough rest. I think I said that. Drinking purified water, and making sure that you're getting your minerals and vitamins. Most of the food we eat, even if it's organic, unfortunately, due to the fact of the soil that it's grown in, are really devoid of a lot of nutrients that we would get in our food, say 50, 60 years ago, when the ground was less polluted, when the water was less polluted, when more of us were eating seasonally, based on where we lived in the world. Now we eat basically based on convenience, what's quick and easy. A lot of people eat, out of packages, and most of the food in the grocery store nowadays is just barely can be called food, because in a lot of cases it's not. And even if we are shopping the perimeter of the grocery store, like the produce section, the meat section, which really scares me these days. I don't know why. I just have been really frightened of that section for a while, and very leery of it. But particularly in the produce section, most of the stuff, if you're living in the Northern Hemisphere like I am, most of the stuff is having to cross the equator to get to us. And it's not really um, in season, if you will. So, and it's not grown in the great conditions, right? So, anyways, long story short, make sure that you're supplementing with trace minerals in your water. I actually feel like I should show you that. Just one second. So, when I say trace minerals, this is what I'm talking about. You can get it most health food stores. You can probably find it on Amazon as well. And it's just you add 10 to 20 drops into a glass of water once per day. And this is a really effective way to make sure that we are getting the minerals that we need. Because at one time they were found in our produce, and they were in the waters that we're drinking. And nowadays, through the water filtration systems, like the public water system, they're using things like chlorine, and they're supplementing. They're putting fluoride in our water, and depending on where you are, the waters the waters are already polluted with the stuff that people put down their drains and flush down their toilet and stuff. So it's really important that we support ourselves in this day and age, particularly when our health and our immune systems are under constant attack, whether it's what is raining down on us from the skies, or what we are putting into our body. So this is a great product we have been using in my household for years. So just adding it to your water, 10 to 20 drops once per day, is good. We also work with iodine as well. I should show you that also. Just a sec. So iodine is really something that we need. It supports our thyroid function. So here are the iodine drops that we use. And first thing in the morning under our tongue before anything else goes in our body, this is what we use, and it supports our thyroid function, which, supports a healthy immune system. Some of the other things that we use on a daily is this, and it helps to remove heavy metals from our bodies as well. I like using this, and it's for brain and eye health and heart health. Um, and again, all of these systems for all of us, regardless of where you live, are under attack. On the planet, we're in the midst of a spiritual battle. And if you didn't believe it before, perhaps you're starting to understand that now. And it's been going on for generations of humans, and particularly hardcore in the last 50 years. In my lifetime, we have been, so many things have been just really, what do I want to say? I like, the family has been decimated. Our ideas and our belief in God or a greater power, or power outside of ourselves, has been decimated. We're not allowed to talk about it. Science has become political, and there's not much real about it. It's only basically about the money and where the money's coming from and the funding. And too many beautiful divine humans have put faith in a system outside of their self instead of an innate faith and belief in themselves as a child of God, as an emanation of source. So it's really time for those of us who are awakening, beginning, regardless of the stage of awakening we are. I love in the the light community, those who are like, I'm awake. Awakening is a continual process. I've personally been on this spiritual journey for at least half of my life, since my mid 20s. And since that time, there's been layers of awakening. It's not just you wake up one day and all of a sudden you're aware of everything. It's spiritual awakening is a process, and a part of that process is our healing journey. So taking responsibility for the state and condition of our heart, taking responsibility for healing our human experience, and to work through the layers of the human experience. And I look at those layers as our chakras along our spine, the 7 main chakras along the spine, and they develop in 7-year increments. So for someone like me who's 52 now, I'm back into that root chakra. And so it's really at this stage of my life showing up for myself, becoming stable through my roots, through daily actions and practices. And so I feel like that's the best gift that we can give ourselves at this time, is to show up for ourselves on a daily basis. So, as I mentioned, we are having our full moon in Aries on October 9th, 4:55 Eastern Standard Time. So depending on where you are, the time will be different, but it is taking place this Sunday. So as we move towards that, I encourage you to pay attention to how you're feeling. How can you support yourself more? How can you create more ease and peace in your daily life? The sun is shining here today. So, oh, and there's a hawk looking for lunch. A couple of them. Well, that's a blessing. Hawk's message for all of us is to see. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a red-tailed hawk. There's actually a few of them. There looks to be about 5 of them. That's interesting. Hawk's message for us is to see things from a higher perspective, to see ourselves from a higher perspective, and to see the world and the people in our lives from this higher perspective. It's that 365-degree view that we don't have here in the human experience. So really expanding our view, expanding our perspective, that feels like a really beautiful blessing for all of us. Look at them. Interesting. So as we're moving towards the Libra full moon, really seeing if we can see things from this higher perspective, particularly if we're feeling if we're feeling tension within our relationships, if we're feeling tension within our physical body, um, do what you can to support yourself. We're getting to the point where Pluto is right now. Currently, Pluto is still retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Pluto will be stationing and moving direct on October the 8th, so the day just before our full moon in Aries. So this feels like it's an important one as well. After the next moon cycle that we're going to be moving into is the new moon in Scorpio, which is taking place on October 25th. And it's also going to be a partial solar eclipse. So this whole month of October, I feel like this whole back half, the last quarter of 2022 is going to be a critical one for the human collective. So really just being open to this great shift that we're all in. We are definitely in this together, regardless of anything that separates us. We as a human family are moving through this shift. And in fact, as a human family, we are here to facilitate and support this shift into this new age. What's that, Vicky? Just call them. I would encourage you to call them first. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I love you, babe.
I love you too. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. See, it's just easier to it's just easier to let people do what they need to do. As a mom, I tend to like to make sure that I kind of am not controlling, but like guiding him. And in this particular case, it's just best to let him go and do what he needs to do and trust that that's what needs to be done in this moment and carry on. Um, so yes, after our partial solar, we're going to have a total lunar eclipse on November 7th, the day after my boy's 19th birthday. And that, it just like I said, this back end of 2022 feels big. And so do what you can. You are so worthy and deserving of your time and attention, and you will be well served if you trust and believe in your beautiful heart without hesitation. Me, all of us, our wisest guide beats on the inside. And it's really time that we get back to this place, out of our head, into our heart. The head will keep us running around in circles like a hamster on a wheel. It'll keep us confused. It'll keep us scared, unsure of things. The heart is where it's at. So if you need some help getting from your head into your heart, don't hesitate to reach out and connect with me. We are here to support one another, and supporting one another is the greatest way to show love. So let's just get some guidance from Mother Earth. Oh, this is beautiful. We got this in one of the readings I did recently, Intuitive Communication and Zen Garden. The Zen Garden is the first card that came out. And oh, that's really beautiful. It's a number 38, so it comes to 11. All of us, you, me, everybody you see, we are here as we are spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. We are here to walk upon our path of mastery. If you're connected with me, whether you're new to this channel, whether you've been around for a while, you are most definitely a way shower. You are most definitely a healer, probably a natural born healer who is here to open their gifts. We open our gifts, we open to our gifts through healing, the healing of our emotional pain within. Our emotional pain, our physical pain leads us to our emotional pain, and our emotional pain leads us to our spiritual essence. And so this is a time that we are being called to nurture and care for the inner sanctuary. Trust your heart. Do what you can in each and every now moment to be peaceful in the moment. When we're living in the moment, when we show up for ourselves in the moment, there is nothing but peace. It's when we're living in the past with regret over what has come and gone, regret perhaps over choices and decisions we've made, that we get caught up in that energy of being depressed, unable to move forward. When we're worried about what's to come, whether it's a month, whether it's 2 months or a year from now, we really get anxious about um, there's not a lot of peace when we're living out there. We're anxious, and we really stunt our own growth in those two energies, the past and the future. So if we can bring ourselves to this present moment, that is a great blessing. If you don't know the little piece of prose, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, have a look into it, Google it, or whatever search engine you use, and find it. It's a really beautiful piece of prose, and it really brings us right back into the current now moment and to be present for ourselves in this moment. The next card we got is intuitive communication, and it says silent whispers of the heart. And that came out right as I was saying. It's really important that we trust our heart, and it's really important for us to understand and to be really to nurture our connection with nature, because the truth is we are nature. And so I feel like nature is calling you, particularly over the coming days as we move towards the Aries full moon. Get to nature. I plan on going and paddling around town barefoot after I finish this video, and really enjoying the day, feeling the sunshine on my face, feeling the ground beneath my feet, and really feeling the power that is a result of being personally responsible for the state and condition of my heart as well as my health. This is the number 43, which comes to a 7. This again is about the physical body, the 7 main chakras along the spine. The more we can tune into our physical body, the more we can free ourselves from um, uh, I want to say the third dimensional paradigm, because when we're in tune with our body, then we can begin to take responsibility for how it feels, right? If we're always running to someone else to tell us, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I've got this wrong. I've got, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. What's wrong with me? Can you see my little dog? Oh, there she is. What's wrong with me? I mean, you know best. Yes, of course, I guess, others can help us to figure out what's wrong. And if we're running to a doctor, they're probably going to prescribe something for whatever ails you, because that's how they're trained in school, right? Symptom. Oh, here's the medicine for the symptom. As a healer, I believe the symptom is leading us to a deeper level of healing, an opportunity to heal. And we are, in fact, the medicine. Our awareness of what's going on or what we're feeling is, in fact, the medicine. Love is our medicine, and it's really underused, right? We've become a society of pill poppers, and that's just going to lead to another pill, and just leads to addiction, folks. And if we get back to a place where we are responsible for our health, is that a 43 too? It is. This is an amplified message, right? 43, 43, 7, 7. This is an amplified message. You are responsible for your health. There's no one outside of you that knows better for you what is going to cure what ails you. And I really believe it is love. And, that may seem really to a lot of people, oh, Lisa, that's so airy fairy or whatever. Hey, you know what? It's got me this far in life, and it has me continuing to go. So we are moving through the fires of purification. This Aries full moon Aries is a fire sign. It has the potential to be quite explosive. And yet, if we work with this energy, if we work with the element of fire in our daily life and burn through the stuff that's been holding us back, burn through the emotional stuff that we haven't wanted to release and let go of, we are going to come out the other side like the beautiful phoenix that rises time and time again. That is beautiful. I love that we got 243s. And, this is Archangel Michael. The second deck it came from is the Archangel Michael deck. This was the Gaia Oracle, the first two cards. This deck here is Archangel Michael. And this card flipped for us. Safe and sound, forever in my light. This is the number 13. 13 is the number of the divine feminine, the Mother Earth, the goddess energy. It says safe and sound. It's so important. So many of us feel unsafe in the world, right? Like we've been, and especially in the last couple of years, we've been taught to fear this bug outside of ourselves. And as a result, we then put faith in entities and organizations and institutions outside of ourselves that perhaps didn't have us or our health, our best interests at heart. And so this is why it's so important to come back to your heart and know in this space you are forever in the embrace of a loving creator, a loving earth mother. I mean, one of the things I like to do on a daily basis is to call on all the energies, whether it's loved ones, angels, God, Mother, Father, God, Creator, Source, all who love me unconditionally, to walk with me and guide me through my day. So perhaps that is something that might be useful for you to work with at this time. The energy of this forever in my light card is really speaking to me of the need for grounding. Many of you are feeling ungrounded. Many of you are feeling bound up in your head in the current state and condition of the world. And that's why it's really important for you to get out to nature, to walk barefoot upon Mother Earth, and allow yourself to feel just how incredibly supported you are in each and every now moment. And we're going to take that card. Oh, two came out. So I guess we got both. The final deck we're working with today is the Magdalene Oracle. And the two cards that fell out are surrender and serendipity. So we're being asked to let go into the now moment, to surrender ourselves to life on life's terms, and to show up for ourselves, because within the surrender, we are going to be shown, we are going to receive clear signs and messages that we are being guided each and every step of the way. And this is when life takes on a magical it just takes on a magical layer, right? It's when you're looking for signs, everything's a sign. I had someone say to me, someone I love dearly, say to me one time, Lisa, you're looking for the meaning of life in a tomato. And that person was right. Because I am looking for the meaning of life in everything. And the meaning of life is in everything. And it's in those times when we don't feel like we can take anymore. It's in those moments when we're feeling incredibly challenged, that we may want to like just give up on ourselves. Instead of giving up, how about we surrender to what is in the moment and allow ourselves to really move through all that we're feeling, so that we move into this place of serendipitous moments where we begin to see that everything is a sign, everything is a message, everything is a symbol, including those hawks, which are now completely gone, but including those hawks that were flying around, circling around earlier in this reading. So that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for being a part of Whimsical Wednesday with me. Again, my name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, giving me a thumbs up, and introducing yourself in the comments down below. It's truly an honor and privilege to walk through life with all of you. And yeah, it's just, life is beautiful when we allow ourselves to show up for ourselves in each and every now moment. If you would like to learn more about me, please visit my website, www.lisalyle.com. You can book a reading with me through that site, or an intuitive healing session, or just browse around and see what I'm all about. Anyways, until next time, be good to yourself. I see you, I feel you, I love you, and I'm grateful for the presence that is you in my experience. Take good care.